Nearly every single game that Sweet Baby Inc. is affiliated with turns to trash, whether they find themselves surrounded in controversy because of some of the other developers that are part of the project. Maybe they're just not creating a good game in general. And Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver was just recently announced at Summer Games Fest. We're finding out that Belair and Sweet Baby Inc. are affiliated with this game, and they are already getting roasted by gamers. I have a few different things to show off, but before I get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, join the community in my live streams, and consider supporting through Patreon or YouTube memberships. Now, generally, I say anybody could potentially create a game. It shouldn't matter what someone's politics are or what someone's stance on the real world is. If they can create good entertainment, that's all that really matters. But nobody at Sweet Baby Inc. can. And whenever these people touch a project, you know it is going to be an activism filled pile of slop. It's not supposed to be a fun, entertaining experience. It's supposed to have a message. It is supposed to be a political statement. And it seems that is exactly what's happening with Wu-Tang, Rise of the Deceiver, because we're finding out that they are affiliated with this project. And unfortunately, that is basically a death touch. So, Master of the TDS had posted this. Sweet Baby Inc. detected Brass Lion Entertainment's long rumored game has finally been revealed. Wu-Tang Rise of the Deceiver, created with direct involvement from Belair and Camerin Wild. Speak with your wallets, people. Now, basically every single game that SBI has touched has been boycotted ever since last year when Gamergate 2 really kicked off. Is this game going to come out and be absolutely fantastic? Maybe. It might have a really cool story and epic gameplay, and it might be worth the price, but you can't sit here and instantly assume that it's going to be good when these people are affiliated with it. And based on the trailer, we saw absolutely nothing to get hyped for, because the gameplay starts at 42 seconds, and guess how long it goes? Until 47 seconds. So 5 seconds of gameplay is not going to sell me on an experience. Otherwise, it didn't look that cool because we basically saw nothing. I know that this is just the official teaser trailer. The problem is that you need to be selling us a product. You need to be convincing us that, oh my gosh, this could come out and be really good. The only time that full cinematic trailers work or teasers really work is when it's an already established game franchise, like Knights of the Old Republic, for example. When they teased the Knights of the Old Republic remake, I instantly was flooded with the memories of that first game, of the original game, so I got hyped based on that. But when it's a brand new game, I just don't really see the point to tease, because all you're really doing is saying, hey, we're working on something. Like, congratulations, I just want to see the full-blown product. Now, if you don't know what it is, it brings together up to 4 co-op players to fight with the Deceiver and save their home Shaolin. The game meshes Afro-surrealism and anime and has a soundtrack of both classic Wu-Tang songs and new music from DJ Just Blaze. Per a press release, this project was originally begun as a tie-in to the upcoming horror film Angel of Dust from Wu-Tang member Ghostface Killah and RZA. Creating Angel of Dust has been an incredible journey. Bringing the story to life through film was just the beginning. Now, this does not really look like a game for me personally, based on the couple of seconds of gameplay that we saw. I'm just kind of sick and tired at this point of like co-op roguelike games. That's what it seems that it's going to be. We don't know that for certain, but it just didn't capture my attention, and clearly many other people's attention, given it's only got 80,000 views, and well, nobody's particularly talking about it except for now with the Sweet Baby Inc. involvement. But we do know that Brass Lion Entertainment was previously on the like Sweet Baby Inc. partner page, though we actually know from the senior writer that it has a direct involvement of Kim and Cameron.
Currently at Brass Lion, I'm one of the writers and there, the designers working on a game that we're making. Kim and Cameron both work on it in a consulting capacity.
So that right there is him admitting that these two very controversial individuals are helping work on this game. Instantly not excited for it. If I had any sort of hype for this, it would have been killed off by this one statement. I don't trust anybody that works at Sweet Baby, and you should neither, because everything they touch ends up having some kind of political message behind it. I mean, hell, even in God of War Ragnarok, a game that people generally liked, that of course they were affiliated with, ended up race swapping characters like Angrboda. So you can't trust these people to actually come up with good entertainment because they want to push a political agenda. And it's just so unfortunate. You'd think that these studios would learn at this point that this isn't the way to go. Now, we don't know when SBI was brought into this project. It could have been 3 years ago before Gamergate 2 started, before they really were wrapped up in major controversy. Maybe they ended up helping out a year or a year and a half ago. We don't know for certain. We just know that they were on the SBI partner page before they had completely erased its existence from their website. So I'm assuming that they've probably been around and like affiliated with each other for quite a while. Now, if we head on over to the Steam community tab and we go to discussions, you can see that there are already quite a few people voicing their opinions on this and talking about how this is ultimately like an SBI detected game. I know Corrosion had posted this, watch out, SBI detected. Even the senior writer has straight up admitted it. And there are some people saying, you know, why the hell should I care? There are people on here invoking George Floyd purposefully being racist. Why would I care? Do you understand how stupid you look? I have no idea what they're talking about. If you go through these, I have not seen anything like that. I haven't seen any comments that actually say that. Are they just trying to claim you're all racists because you're criticizing this game? Probably. All the racism that is constantly spouted on these forums, yet you think SBI is the worst thing in gaming. Most of you prove Sweet Baby Inc. right. Are you so self-centered or dim that you think I should be happy about the majority of Steam being horrendously racist, but I should care about Sweet Baby Inc.? You can care about whatever you want to care about. It's simply Corrosion actually letting people know that SBI is affiliated with the game. And it's like I always say, why is Sweet Baby so offended by this list? If you're so confident in your product and you have a group of people who actually support you and make you money, then it should be seen as almost a favor because you have all of the Sweet Baby Inc. games in one single place on one single list. If I'm supporting Sweet Baby Inc., I could go down that list and buy every single title off of it. It's free press, right? But no, not to these people. There are also individuals saying nobody cares. I think that clearly there are people that care, given Master of the TDS's post that's not even that old already has 1.6k likes. I mean, clearly people are not happy with Sweet Babying. Now, it is important to point out that the developers have not locked down the forums at this point in time, but I don't think that that's going to last long. I feel like they most likely will end up actually moderating pretty heavily. Maybe that won't happen, though. I'm not the only person who believes that this forum is going to be heavily moderated. Oh, 7. So I'll be keeping my eye on this situation. I'm curious to see if anybody affiliated with this game or at the studio ends up making a statement. I doubt they will, because they are working with Sweet Baby. They've admitted to working with Sweet Baby. I mean, it's written all over their game. So one way or another, we were going to find this out, and they probably were expecting some level of backlash. Now, again, maybe this game will come out. Maybe it will actually be really good. I hope whoever this game is made for actually enjoys it, but you're not going to get me excited for 7 seconds of gameplay in a trailer, and maybe my opinion will change when I actually see more, but right now it's just looking like a big fat L. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I'll talk to you all again in the next video really soon.